Hey everybody, it's Christine up with Simple Stories today using their magical birthday collection. This is a girl-themed birthday collection. And as always, I was looking for a clever twist on the product. So today what I did is I cut up this striped paper. Now the stripes are wonky stripes. They're not straight stripes. So that adds a twist on its own. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this apart completely, but to like the 6-inch mark approximately. So by completely, I mean I'm going to cut all those stripes off, and then I am going to use the bottom 6 inches as my base for putting them back on. So if you're looking at it going, okay, what does that mean? You're going to see in just a minute how I'm going to change things up with these stripes. One of my favorite things to do is to take an old tool that I maybe haven't used in a while and use that to add something special to my layout. So for today, I am using Fringe scissors, which I've owned for like probably about a decade. And I am just taking them and I am fringing just the white part of the stripes. So when I cut the stripes out, I kept the color and I kept the white. And because these stripes are wonky, some of the fringe is longer, some of it is really short. And I'm going to use those back on the layout to add some interesting texture and just a twist on the product as it is. Got all those stripes cut out. I've got all of them fringed now. Now I'm going to reassemble. So I'm going to take that bottom 6 inches and these stripes will fit perfectly back on. So the shape of the pink stripe matches up perfectly with the pink stripe lower in the layout. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case or if it was going to be maybe slanting a different direction or something, but it does. It fits perfectly on there. So this was really easy to reassemble that way. Now I could have just straight up reassembled it and put it back together. However, this was a way to ensure that I got a very uniform, similar look to what I began with, and nothing got off kilter. It's always a little challenging to reassemble stripes otherwise. So I was glad as I was doing it that I realized that this way would work just because I liked the end result of it. You can see also as I'm going and I'm putting those on there, I am just pulling up my fringe to add even more dimension. And you can see how much, just looking at the top and the bottom right now, this really changes the look of this striped paper in just a really simple way. Now, if you don't have Fringe scissors, absolutely no big deal. Just use your regular scissors and create fringe. Fringe scissors are really just scissors with 4 different scissors on it. So you can easily redo this even without the fringe scissor tool. Fringe has been getting more popular lately. I've seen it in a lot more places than I had over the last couple years. So it was fun to pull this out and kind of dig into that trend a little bit. There's also a lot of possibilities here of creating other shapes. You could cut out circles and reassemble it. You could cut out hearts. Lots of things here, but it's just a different way to think about your traditional striped patterned paper. Now, one of my favorite things about this specific collection from Simple Stories is that there's purple in it. There are not a lot of scrapbooking collections with purple or shades of purple within it. And so I was really excited when I got this one to see that it had purple, just because it's a fun color to work with. And I know it's not everybody's favorite, so I understand why it's not in a lot of collections, but I always do get excited when I get the chance to work with it in a collection. Now that I've got that portion built, I'm going to continue to build the base of my layout. So this part is going to go at the bottom of my layout, and then I'm going to add some yellow patterned paper to the top. And I did like the yellow patterned paper in this collection, but I felt like it was a little bit too busy for what I was looking for. So I ended up just going to the Color Vibe collection, which has just a dotted monochromatic print, and it was just a little bit more subtle, making it work better. I've got a lot going on already. I've got a lot of colors, so I didn't want anything that was too busy up top. I am a big sucker for yellow. I love to have yellow on pretty much every layout that I do. And so having this yellow at the top instead of white gave me the opportunity to really add in a good solid pop of color. If you follow me at all, you know I love bright. So I'm not afraid to use some of those bright, colorful backgrounds. And that is definitely the case today, where I've got this yellow and then the beautiful rainbow colors. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take flowers from this collection. which I am doing a birthday layout. This is a picture of my daughter on her recent 13th birthday. However, I was really drawn also to the flowers in this collection, and I wanted to really showcase those as a really pretty soft option. So I am going to use the chipboard, I'm going to use the ephemera, I'm going to use the cardstock stickers, and I am just going to layer these little clusters of flowers throughout. Some of them will be popped up naturally, some of them I will add some 3D foam adhesive to pop up, and I'm just going to work and create this really almost a garden of flowers underneath the picture there. This will help to create a softer line of separation between the fringe lines and that bold yellow paper, and just soften the entire layout up. At the end of my line there on the left side, I'm going to do smaller flowers to try and trickle things down in size, and that way the eye isn't drawn all the way over there. I want it to keep its focus over on the picture. Now, in addition to that, the title is going to go right in there close to the picture as well. And here I'm using the puffy foam stickers. These are a newer product to Simple Stories, and they have a really fun texture to them. So I really like adding them onto my layout because they're just fun to play with. This one says hip hip hooray. And so I'm going to overlap that over my picture, and then you can see I tucked underneath it some ephemera using their like party fan shapes. I'm not sure what the exact name for them is, but I'm using those tucked underneath, and then I'm going to also tuck a little bit of the flowers underneath the title as well, creating a cluster really underneath the left hand side of the title there. Then I'm going to use some of these pennants from the foam stickers and tuck those right under the flowers there at the top, creating additional clusters surrounding both the picture and the title. So all of these, drawing your eye into both the picture and the title. Included on the foam sticker sheet are a whole bunch of little confetti-like gold foil pieces, and they come in triangles, hearts, and circles, and stars. So there's a whole variety of shapes. And this is going to be really my final embellishment on the layout. I'm going to trickle those all around the flowers and my title. I'm not going to go too high. I'm going to keep them lower, but they add just a little bit of shimmer and shine to the entire layout. Finally, I do feel like the top is lacking just a smidge, so I'm going to add just a strip of white fringe up at the top. All that white on the bottom is not, it's just missing from the top. So I just took a plain old piece of white cardstock, created a really small fringe piece, and I'm going to add that, and that will bring that white up top and bring a better balance to the entire layout. So thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to visit the Simple Stories blog to see some pictures of this layout up close, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon.